Thank you.
And a very good morning to you. Welcome to live coverage of the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship. This is round number 4 of our 2025 National Championship, the Dayle ITM Goldrush Rally Coromandel. Second pass through the Port Charles stage. We've seen one stage completed this morning, tail punch with Blair Bartels. BB, give us a recap, mate. Where are we sitting after the opening special stage?
In exactly the same place as we were for stage 1, Dale. Fantastic spot, so why not have another go? This stream will be slightly shorter, guys, just over half the field, and we'll, due to, see, we've still got the same dirt bike.
Yeah, the dirt bikes haven't disappeared, unfortunately, so it's a little bit out of our control.
But where we are, Ben Hunt, rally leader, 4.8 seconds ahead of Robbie Stokes. Dylan Thompson in third place, 24.1 seconds off the time set by Hunt. Then Josh Marston just 0.3 of a second back, so expect that battle to really ramp up. And you can throw Jack Stokes in that mix too, and Jack Hawkswood, 3.6 and a further 1.9 seconds off the rally lead. And as you can see, the spectacular Coromandel countryside. See the Volt Live van there and the Omega rental car. Beautiful white RAV4 there that got us here so comfortably this morning.
So that's the piece of road we're going to see cars disappearing from left to right as we see it. Drone following from up above this vast flat section of road. Does get tighter and twistier at the second part of the stage. Probably about another 3 or 4 k's down that way before a left-hand junction, and then up the hill it goes into some tighter stuff.
Yep. So in going through the classes, Bryn Jones, fastest in the NZRC two-wheel drive class, 10.8 seconds ahead of Tim Mackesy. Dave Strong completed the stage, but unfortunately in the open two-wheel drive class has retired post-stage with an engine failure. In the historics, Dean Buist holding a 26. Bit of a battle for third, Pat Norris and Mike Cameron. 22.9 seconds between those guys. Rally Challenge four-wheel drive, Hayden McKenzie, fairly commanding start to that, 29.7 seconds ahead. Julian Longley slotting into third, 19.6 seconds behind Huband, 1.9 seconds ahead of Gavin Feast, who did tag a bank in there as well, so had a bit of a moment, and Feast 1.8 seconds ahead of Andy Martin. Kevin Laird slotting in behind there, 19.3 seconds behind Andy Martin and 30.5 seconds ahead of Josh Keeley, who had a bit of an interesting run. Sounded like it was on 5 cylinders coming past us. Kyle Percival sitting solid in the Rally Challenge 2-wheel drive class. We'll also have a look at the Hawkswood Mining North Island Rally Series results, and it is Quentin Palmer with a 1.2. Will Menzies sitting in third, 29.2 seconds off Palmer's pace. Ben Hubin fourth in that class, 7.3 seconds behind Menzies. Then Eugene Crune, 2.4 seconds further back. Karen Leong, 8.8 seconds off Crune. Andy Martin slotting in there, 12.1 seconds behind Leong. Then Dan Haynes, Brent Taylor. Chris Ramsey, Tony Differ, Kyle Percival, John Hooley. Jeff Dorkington, Dave Strong, who is retired post-stage, Nick Flanagan in the little Peugeot 205, Darren Hartley, Adrian Sutton, Mark Milner, Mike Vincent and Chris Burke. So that's your North Island Rally Series field. Here, special stage number 2, won't be the full field. Got to pack the live stream van up fairly rapidly and get it into the 309 stage to pack up for to set up for special stage number 7 this afternoon. We'll have Dylan Turner joining Dale Budge in commentary.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Should be one of the iconic roads in New Zealand Rally, the old 309 road. A little bit tighter and twistier than what we're going to see here. Shouldn't be too far away from first car, Ben Hunt in that Skoda Fabia.
He's 4 minutes ago. He started the stage. The split point just before us is approximately 8 minutes, so we're not too far away. Bit of a shout out to, I think, the team at Miles Toyota might even be watching us on the big screen. And if you're wandering around the showroom, buy a car from Ben. He's a good man.
Big thanks to our principal sponsors as well.
He'll buy me a beer if he sells a car. So
there you go. Yeah, big thanks to Brian Green Property Group, of course, the naming rights of our championship, MRF, the Control Tyre, Cream Insurance, Omega Rental Cars, getting the job done for us.
Yep. Elevate Digital Assist doing their work behind the scenes to keep everyone up to speed with what we're doing. So
Leet's answering all the big questions on the live stream today, including what we're having for lunch, which I have no idea what we're having for lunch. But whatever's left at Coromandel by the time we get back there.
Yes.
Coughing and spluttering in the background, both of us been a bit been telling everyone I haven't been. A rally comes along and
yeah, rally week. The same thing. Sunday woke up. Oh, this is not Flash.
Anyway, we will push through. So, told that Ben Hunt should be at our point any tick of the clock. He was terrific through here. Hit the gravel to worry about. How much do you think that'll be a factor at all the second pass through? Time's quite a bit quicker or not that much? It's not a heap of gravel on the road, is there?
There's enough there that it was certainly have made a difference. I think the big thing for Ben too is
yes, your men in the field have been very helpful for you.
Yeah, so
good intel.
Ben Hunt was the only one that took 2 spares, so he's got a brand new set of tyres to bolt on to the front of the Skoda, brand new MRFs on the front of that car. Robbie Stokes, well, the rest of our NZRC Cat 1 NZRC 4-wheel drive field took just the 1 spare, so you still got that opportunity to rotate 1 spare through, but it does mess with the balance a bit more than replacing those front tyres. So I suspect that will be the penalty for taking 2 tyres is that you carry it's another 20 odd kilos in the car, and it has to sit further back. So the way that they mount the spares, the first one sits low down and in amongst the underneath the helmet hammock and everything in the centre of the car. The weight's a lot more centralised. The second one needs to sit higher up and further back, so it does affect the balance of the car.
There's our culprits making all the noise. Didn't bring the baseball bat with me this time round. I'm just joking. Absolutely joking. They were providing plenty of entertainment for the spectators that are in this neck of the woods. You can see there's a fair few of them out there.
Yeah, it's become quite a popular little spot, this one, out at...
Beautiful spot.
White Cow Bay, I think we are.
Yeah, some of the best beaches in the country up and around Coromandel Peninsula.
It is just a stunning part of the country, and yeah, fantastic to have the Dayle ITM Goldrush Rally Coromandel back on the calendar after that 6-year hiatus.
Right, so here is Ben Hunt, Skoda Fabia, Rally 2 car on approach. Rally leader, current series champion, and chasing down what would be a 4th national title if he could hold position through the second half of the season. Great shots from the Volt TV drone.
You certainly see there's the forecast wet weather not with us, and dust may well be a factor.
It was superb through here.
Oh,
the
Ben
first
using
pass this morning.
all of the road. That camera angle doesn't quite highlight it, but and man alive, that was committed to that. So you already see the step up, and just hearing Ben's 10 seconds faster the first split. So that's just shy of a second a kilometre that Ben Hunt has improved run on run.
Yeah, that's impressive. He looks super committed through there.
So he may well be looking to give that. Just look at the way he throws that car in, so balanced, and just nice smooth movements. And this is absolutely, you can see why Ben is a 3-time New Zealand Rally champion. It's just fantastic to be able to watch a master craftsman at work.
Yeah, look, we sort of talked to him about the championship battle and whether he needs to just rein it in a little bit, play the long game. And Ben's been a master of right speed, the risk needed to try and win events with banking valuable championship points. And he's sort of saying to us that not even worried about the championship at this stage. At the moment, it's just go out and do your best, have fun, press on for rally wins, and worry about the championship a little bit later down the track.
And I think there's a lot to be said for taking that approach, because at the end of the day, this is rallying. It's not like you can block your opponent in a circuit race or anything like that. The reality is, if you come out, you put your best foot forward, you drive as fast as you can on the stages, that is going to be what gives you the advantage. This is a bit of a gap back here to Robbie Stokes.
Yeah, massive gap.
So could this be a telling moment as we see now? That is the Stokes Motorsport Skoda.
I wonder if he started the stage a minute down, because it looks like an extra minute here, I'd say.
We'll wait for the team at Chris Sport to confirm for us.
He's on pace. There's no issue with...
Certainly no issue with pace there for Robbie. Huge cut through that corner in front of us. A lot bigger than we saw last time. That was just about a full car width off the road on the inside of the corner. So there's no problem with the pace here. We'll wait to see, but that, it's certainly longer than a minute that we had between the cars.
He's about to get an update shortly. See it coming through, so I'll try and... I mean, you're not seeing his brother right up his backside or anything.
It was a 2-minute gap, so
there you go.
You picked that one, Budgie.
Oh, every now and then, even, what is it? Stopwatches right.
Was right twice a day. That's the one.
So I assume this must be for dust, is it? Dust purposes.
I don't know. I can't comment, Your Honour.
So Robbie up over Ben at the split. So Robbie 0.7 of a second faster than Ben at the split. That is just about half a K back from the spot where we are.
That's a huge
situated. So that is impressive from Robbie.
Particularly, given that tyre advantage we talked about that Hunt's got, being able to rotate the fronts through. So
obviously the 309 road being in the forest, I wonder whether there's just a little bit softer than what we're seeing out here on these.
It's still got a massively hard base.
Yeah. It's a shorter stage too.
Yes, yeah, it is. I think that it's massively technical. In that road, you are just turning and turning and turning and turning and turning. 50 metres is a long straight for the. Once you get, especially working your way down the hill, it's.
Yeah, for those that don't know, 309 road literally names because of the 309 corners over, what is it, about 11 kilometres or something?
Yeah, that's the full road, which is about 15 kilometres. The rally stage starts about 4 kilometres in. Last where a certain farmer had enough of people poaching his pigs, and as we see Jack Stokes and Hayden Graves.
This is the Team Hutchinson Ford Fiesta AP4.
Sure about that?
Absolutely. Confirmed it last night, first hand, from the horse's mouth.
No, that was a lot tidier through here for Jack.
Yeah, that was much better. He was a little ragged coming out of that previous corner, the first pass through. And I think he lifted off much earlier in the first run.
It's 14.1 seconds behind Hunt at the split. So I think that really shows, and you could visually see how hard Robbie was pushing. He was absolutely on the limit.
So we're waiting times. This, I'll tell you now, Ben Hunt's getting towards the end of the stage.
Jack Hawkswood split. And he's now coming into view. So it might be on to 1 minute gap, so I'm guessing.
GR Yaris, Force Motorsport. New livery this weekend.
And it's, I guess, a bit more of the spectacular style we're used to seeing from Jack. It's fairly sideways there.
The Virtue Equipment livery sponsorship on the car this weekend.
Yeah, it looks sharp, doesn't it?
Yep, quite the change from the bright yellow that we've come accustomed to over the last couple of years.
You said it came around with as simple as the old man said, I'm sick of looking at yellow rally cars.
What Andrew says, Andrew gets. Right?
Yeah, he's got a fairly valid opinion in the whole lot. That's Josh Marston's split time through to 2.5 seconds behind Hawkswood. So that battle for third place.
So here is Marston, the RDL Holden Barina AP4 car. Josh, impressive in the opening 3 rounds. This is full return to the championship.
Whoa, Josh Marston
Just hangs on to that. Whoa.
Don't tell me that man's not dry.
He's certainly given it some. It's the Cantabrian. And again there, just a little more flamboyant than we've come to expect from Josh.
Yeah, that's not what we expect to see from him, but I think that was right on the limit of getting that back. I was starting to wonder if that was going to turn into a spin.
Seeing he actually triggered a brief hazard 8Ks into the stage too, so he is definitely on a charge.
So we see Quentin Palmer, and he's put some pretty impressive splits up on the board second time round. Got Mike Gowdy, regular co-driver Dana Kikabosh, having to call in 6. There's certainly a few of the winter bugs going around. Was after regular co-driver Noel Maloney. He's floating around the service park. Got had a bit of a work accident and pretty lucky to be with us, but hobbling around on crutches at the moment is Noel. So we just got to
look at Marston here on the replay. Thanks to the Volt TV crew.
So we're hearing Dylan Thompson maybe stopped early in the stage. Nice over the bridge. Look at that, well tipped in, and then this is coming down to the corner with the fixed camera, I think, or are we? No, that's past.
It's past us.
Past
the drone
us.
shot. So it was the previous corner. He exited very wide, just held it together.
So times through for our top 2 cars. Robbie Stokes, 0.2 of a second faster. We're going to play this game again.
Yep, it's been, and that's what the championship has been really all season. Very little separating these two-horse race at the moment. Anything can happen. Tell you what, drama for those 2 competitors over the next round or 2 brings a whole range of competitors back into the mix, but for the moment it is a Ben versus Robbie battle.
Yes, so this gap here, Dylan Thompson stopped just 1.5 kilometres, and everyone's all okay. There's no major concern or anything like that, but obviously we will have a small gap before Kingsley Jones comes through.
That's a real shame for Dylan because he looked super impressive this morning. Very, very quick, that older generation Subaru Impreza.
Yeah,
I see too many mistakes. I'm not sure if that's an incident or whether he's just pulled over.
Not sure. The indications, I think, might be more of a mechanical issue, but we will try and get to the bottom of that story. I don't think Kingsley will be kind enough to stop and tell us, but potentially our team at the end of the stage. As we see Kings and Wave. And, just look at those shots.
These some stunning pictures. Kingsley lifts.
Yeah, but more
lift there than from some of the other competitors we've seen so far. Stunning shots from the Pulp TV drone.
So getting the hot tip, broken lower control suspension arm for Dylan Thompson. So that's disappointing. That's not what he would have been wanting, and yeah, shame.
Real shame.
Hopefully they can get that car fixed up and maybe back out again a bit later on.
So Jack Stokes time through, 14.7 seconds slower than his brother Robbie. Third quickest of the three that have completed the stage.
Certainly, yeah, those top two guys have really cleared out, and we've seen this a bit this season. The two of them cleared out the front, and they're saying, right, this event's between the two of us. The rest of you, if you want to join us, this is where we're playing the game.
I think it'll be really interesting to hear from Simon Bell and Dylan Turner at the end of the stage, just to try and get a feel for where each competitor's at in terms of the tyre use. You talked about it, Ben, carrying an extra set. I wonder whether he's bolted them on already or whether you'll save those for the 309.
Oh, 100% they would have been on for the stage.
Surely it'd be for the two long stages, right?
Yep. And then you use your best worst rags at the
next one.
Yep. So we see Todd Borden, Katrina Renshaw, and man, wasn't he impressive first time through here as well?
Really impressive, yep. Veteran driver these days.
I'll tell him you said that.
Oh, I'm sure he won't mind. So, in a complimentary sense, he's a very successful rallying career in New Zealand, Todd Borden. Pretty handy racetrack competitor as well. He's right on the tarmac.
So Jack Hawkswood's time through, 11.5 seconds behind that of Jack Stokes. So that means that Jack Stokes will maintain his lead over Hawkswood. How's the Serenity, eh?
Yes, this is very much like a scene from the castle. Those things are not annoying at all.
There's only one thing better than the Serenity of Bonnie Doon, and that's the sound of a two-stroke on full noise. As we see Hayden McKenzie, current Rally Challenge four-wheel drive leader. Kieran Anstis alongside in the proto-powered Yaris, although this car looks similar. Livery's obviously quite different, but looks similar on the outside to the AP4 car we've seen him in earlier in the season. This is all Mitsubishi running gear and suspension and the like, so looking pretty strong there from Hayden.
Yeah, certainly having a much better time of things this time round than he did on his National Championship debut back in 2019. Didn't make it out of the first stage. Had a couple of issues, I think, there.
Yeah, I think the biggest one being
the wheel rolling past his windscreen at one point.
So Josh Marston's time through, 0.3 of a second behind Jack Hawkswood, despite registering a hazard. So that slots him. Jack Stokes will slot in front of Marston.
8.2 seconds that gap between Jack Stokes in third, Josh Marston in fourth, and then Jack Hawkswood a further 6.2 seconds back in fifth place.
Some of the split times just a little bit slow coming through, but this is Zeal Jones. Of course, we claim him in New Zealand. Japan claims him in Japan. We'll take him. He's a Pavlova all over the show, and great to have him back for a round in New Zealand. Of course, as I said in the first run, focusing a lot of his rallying in Japan this year, the Cusco team and the GR Marine Zone Challenge.
I'll claim him as a Pukekohe-based driver too.
Yes, it works well for County Sports Up, does it?
Certainly does. Yeah, few local drivers in action. Ben Hunt.
Got a few.
Pukekohe these days. Jack Hawkswood counts. He's from Whitford, part of the county's Manukau territory. Kingsley Jones.
And I'll probably, I'd better mention that he's got some pretty good local sponsors too, the likes of GVI.Kiwi, so that I can still make sure that I can go to work on Monday.
Big supporters of rallying, aren't they, GVI? Massive.
Huge
Unsung.
amounts that PJ and the team have done there. You know, you look at the work that went into getting the WRC back, and hopefully that work's ongoing.
You think of Hartley, Dixon,
yep,
Van Gisbergen, and Evans. The list goes on of the
Lawson,
the stars of New Zealand motorsport. This golden generation that we live in now, and so many of them owe their start to PJ and the GVI team. So yeah, they do a lot of work. Don't ask for a whole lot, and don't want so much the notoriety of supporting, but do an amazing job. Sports in great shape.
Yeah, speaking of sponsors, because we've got some fantastic ones of our own. Of course, Brian Green Property Group, MRF Tyres, Omega Rental Cars, Cream Insurance. They're massive thank you to these guys. If you get the opportunity to buy or rent property off Greenie, if you need some good rally tyres, if you need a rental car, Omega, they've got you covered. And if you just need to cover your backside in your own car or home, etc., Cream Insurance, definitely your go-to, guys. Highly recommend the service there. When the worst happens, they've got you covered. Cream would be quite a handy partner for you, Dale Putch.
Yeah, I'm going to drive the 309 road this afternoon, so I'm very, very glad that they're on board. Thank you for your support.
So it's Gavin Feast. So we're missing Ben Huband as well. So
yeah,
that's big news in the Rally Challenge
yeah.
four-wheel drive class. We'll see if we can bring you the latest on what's going on there.
Beastie looks like he's dragging something behind him, is he? Is it
just a bit of underbody, I suspect?
Yeah.
He's dropped a bit of time, but yeah, it's all looks okay with the Feast machine.
I did hear that he'd given the bank a little nudge the first pass through the stage, but car looks nice and straight. So.
He's certainly not one of those drivers that likes to hide any little mistakes. He's just a good, honest lad, as Gav.
He's been a great addition to the championship in recent years, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Last couple of years. So yeah, he stands to make up some ground in that championship battle. Obviously, Caleb McDonald not here this weekend. He's had the perfect start to the season, done the perfect first half. Obviously, with the drop around scenario, Caleb not to come north for this event. We expect to see him at Rally Bar Plenty, Battery Town Rally Bar Plenty in 6 weeks' time, and obviously at the finale in Whangarei.
And of course, the format of that championship, it's 3 of the first 5 rounds that count. The best 3 results you record from the first 5 rounds plus the final round.
Caleb obviously with a perfect start already banked. It's up to the remaining challenges to try and minimise that gap. So
is that Ben Huband limping? It is William Menzies. No, that's Josh Keeley,
I think, isn't it? Yeah. That's a real shame. It's just been a struggle after another today for Josh Keeley.
So we heard there was a bit of damage on the car. Looks like the car's crabbing now as well, so unsure if that's... God, it's all happening here. Second pass at the Dayle ITM Goldrush Rally Coromandel, isn't it? So we see Will Menzies go past, and we'll see if we can... once he's gone past, we'll try and get a shot of Josh Keeley and just understand what might be going on. Here the H6 Impreza certainly not sounding as pristine as it was. It might have just been that he was ducking down off the road that sort of made it look like it was slewing a bit, but that car certainly sounded not quite as crisp as it did in the first part of our shot. We believe that it might have dropped the cylinder, and so Josh limping it through, because of course that's a big part of rallying, is just being there at the finish. As painful as it is to be driving through roads like these and bleeding time. I'll tell you, the next guy we're going to see, Andy Martin, 4/10 of a second up in that battle with Gavin Feast.
Oh, wow. So it has been a good ding-dong battle between those two. So Hubin stopped 9.6 Ks into the stage, we're told.
No.
I suspect, based on that information, crew all okay, that it's a
Yeah, it looks
mechanical.
like it's all. So we see Andy and Matt Hayward. Steve Forbes, yeah, absolutely got the big belly rally hat. That one's pride of place at home. I feel like I was very well qualified to join the team, but appreciate a bit of the southern hospitality down at Wyndham Rally just a few weeks ago. It was good fun to get down there, and how great to be here at the Dayle ITM Rally Coromandel.
Yeah, so a bit of damage on the Josh Marston car as well.
Josh Keeley,
excuse me. I understand there was had some kind of drama during the opening stage, so a little bit of damage there. And maybe, I don't know, whether the cracked windscreen would affect sight. There is quite a bit of sun coming through on on those long straights.
It's never mega comforting that the car didn't sound right either.
I think
there's
there's multiple
two issues
going on there, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I think it's fair to sum it up and say it's not the start to the day that that young Josh was looking for, and unfortunate. So we hear Kevin Laird, the H6 Impreza. That's what they should sound like.
So Kevin having a really good start to the year on roads he's pretty familiar with down south. Otago, South Canterbury was very strong. Unfortunately, illness took him out of competing at Lone Star Rally Canterbury, our last start.
Yeah, Kev, great to see him back in rallying and taking the opportunity to tick off a few bucket list items and join the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship. Of course, the Laird family's synonymous with rallying, particularly down the bottom end of the South Island. Here's a man that's had a really good start to the morning, Julian Longley, Fleur Pedersen. Currently sitting third in the Rally Challenge four-wheel drive class, and that'll bump up to second with Hubin's demise.
Hubin disappearing.
So he's the team manager as well, so probably not what they wanted to see as they drove past. But, our H6 expert, Tim Smith, saying it sounds like Josh is down to maybe 4 cylinders. So
thank you. It's been a great class, that, hasn't it?
Oh, really
Last
gaining
couple of
momentum,
years,
especially down the South Island there. Speaking of great cars, Dean Bewis, BDA Escort, Carl Celeste. And,
just listen to that, BB.
I was. Thanks for disrupting it.
You're welcome.
Glorious. Yeah, that two-stroke can just disappear.
Not bad for doing it blind, essentially, or doing it without Ricky, at least.
Yeah. Big news on the note front too came out yesterday. Neil Allport, who's been the supplier of safety notes or stage notes to not only the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship, but all Motorsport New Zealand events since the year 2000 that run notes. Neil handing on the baton to John Kennard and Ian McKee. Don't know if you've ever heard of John, but I think if you delve into the history books, he's sort of gone all right as a co-driver over the years.
Yeah, pretty talented young up-and-coming co-driver, I think.
Yep. So he's actually a little bit busy over in Australia this weekend, alongside another one of our young up-and-comers, Hayden Padden. Speaking of genuine young geez, who would have thought that was that hard to say? Genuine young up-and-comers, Bryn Jones, Sean Lockyer, the Fiesta Rally 4, and man, it was a big push from them.
Super
stage
impressive
one.
in the opening stage, opening up quite a handy gap back to Tim Mackesy. That battle has been very, very close all season. I think you touched on it in the opening commentary that the results don't give a full story of how close that battle has been all year. It's gone to Bryn on each of the 3 occasions, but on each of the 3 occasions it's been neck and neck and a real dogfight to the end.
Yeah, absolutely. So Bryn pulled 10 seconds. Just give you an idea of Dean not doing recce. He's 12 seconds faster second time round. We marvelled at Ben Hunt and Robbie Stokes being around 10. For Dean, 12 seconds faster than what he was first time through to the split point. So we see Tim and Lauren Mackesy, the husband and wife team.
They'd clean up the bloke on the 2 wheels as well. They go pretty handy on 2 wheels.
Yeah, both of them not strangers to 2 wheels. And at the Wyndham Rally recently, Lauren actually took over the handlebars of a Toyota Starlet. And Tim got to sit in the passenger seat, and strangely enough for a rally driver, he didn't mind it.
Wow. So we'll try to get you some overall times after 2 completed stages. Ben Hunt leads Robbie Stokes by 4.6 seconds. Jack Stokes, who is 42.5 adrift in 3rd place. This is the NZRC, of course. Josh Marston in 4th. Jack Hawkswood 5th. The overall Dayle ITM Goldrush Rally Coromandel. It's Quentin Palmer that holds 3rd place, 30 seconds adrift of Hunt, ahead of Jack Stokes and Todd Borden in 5th. Both those guys, Palmer and Borden, putting in a pretty good show.
So we see Eugene Crudet and Philippe Delroux over from New Caledonia. And, their first New Zealand rally 6 years ago was this event in the white pointer that we see Dylan Thompson in this weekend, or don't in this particular stage. They've become regular visitors since. It's been fantastic to be able to welcome them to New Zealand shores.
And that Rally Challenge 4-wheel drive battle, we do some quick math.
Actually, it might have been 2018, their first time here.
Hayden McKenzie leading Andy Martin by the best part of 1:45.
She might even be further back than that. Jeez, now I'm triple guessing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it was at least 2017 that we saw Eugene here. So Andy Martin, Gavin Feast, 9.7 seconds in Andy's favour after 2 stages.
Well, Carlin Leong, a little bit sideways there out of the left-hander. Continuing his run as part of the Oxford Mining North Island Rally Series.
So he was really impressive with his own run here.
Yeah, young fella that's coming through the ranks.
She's a picture of health in here this morning, I can tell you. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Excuse the coughing and spluttering, we are doing our best. What is helping is beautiful conditions, nice sunny day, warm temperatures.
Just about down to the mankini.
Yeah, geez, I didn't need the jacket today.
So just a reminder, this this stream will be a little bit shorter. The guys will start packing it up shortly, just to make sure that we can get everything all lined up for the 3rd pass of the 309 stage. Man, that will be a spectacular live stream. We'll leave that one to Dylan Turner to join Dale Mudge, and
thankfully Dylan likes to talk, so that should make life a little bit easier in the 3rd live stream of the day.
Not many properties down the 309 to sell though.
There could be one coming up for sale, farm down there. Brent Taylor up next.
Yeah, Dave Neal alongside.
Gee, Dave Neal's done some co-driving, swapped some seats in the last few years, hasn't he?
Let's not go giving the man a reputation.
Oh, again, mean it in a obviously a very handy co-driver and well regarded. That's why it makes him so popular.
Brent almost make that look easy there. I can tell you it's not. It's potentially just a few. So we're going to be 2-3 more cars on this live stream, and then we'll unfortunately have to give it away as we see Dan Haynes coming through, the driven Escort, this one with Duratec power, so a bit more modern, sequential gearbox and a few bits and pieces.
I'm sure he'll be ready starter for Battery Town Rally Bay of Plenty, his home event in a few weeks' time.
Yep. Yeah, I think he's looking to fill the dance card back up after half a year off. A fair bit of damage unfortunately done to that car at that event last year, Battery Town Rally Bay of Plenty. So
Love the rims on that car.
The old
rims.
period blue rims. How good. Just like a poetry in motion with an Escort in it, and those drone shots alongside the Coromandel scenery, man. It's a tough gig, this rallying thing. Steve Gill up next.
Yeah, I mean, the scenery changes. We obviously beachfront here, beautiful blue Pacific Ocean as the backdrop. We move into the hills, but the rest of the rally now, 309 Road and the Tapukara Glen Road. Dean Buer's 31 seconds faster on the second pass through here than he was this morning.
And this man's the man trying to chase him. It's an unenviable task for Steve Gill and Grant Malloy, but fantastic to have them up at the North Island. Their first time. Done plenty of rallying down south, the lads, but their first time in the North Island. And I think Ricky was a bit of an eye-opener for them in terms of how many corners you can actually fit into a stage. So we see Chris Ramsey, see if this car's on full song this time round, and of course Amy Hudson. So a bit of a shout out to what I'm sure is the rest of the Hudson clan sitting at home watching. And,
Deb Ramsey as well. She was messaging through on the live stream, so happy to see no better half. Better half, I should say.
Yeah, fair to say Debbie's the better half there. The car sounding a lot better, so we can report that all is sounding strong out of the Millington power plant. Rambo fairly handy with the spanners.
It was Lucas that got the better of old man in the first pass through here. So
yep, so that is where we are going to have to cut the stream. Sorry guys, massive thank you to Brian Green Property Group, MRF Tyres, Omega Rental Cars, Cream Insurance. Do join us later on this afternoon, I think it's about 4:30, for coverage of special stage number 7, the 309 Road. In the meantime, keep an eye on the New Zealand Rally Championship Facebook page, also chrissport.co.nz for live results, and we will catch you later this afternoon.